Well, is there like other bands that you can think of that you want to ask me if it's like if they're metal or not?
Polyphia.
Oof, yeah, that's tricky, dude. Polyphia is like they're so
because
just,
they
like,
used to be a lot more distorted and a lot more metal, or like Chon.
Yeah.
You know, Chon had a lot more, or Pliny.
I would say Chon was never really a metal band.
Yeah, that's true. But Pliny is kind of like they were like, or
Yeah.
he, because Pliny is like like one guy, and then he just got a band or whatever. But like,
Mr. Pliny.
yeah. My dad, Pliny. Like, yeah, he, oh shit. Look, it's the logo. Roll the credits. Woo!
You did it.
You did. You've got the Metroid Prime.
He just drowns. Yeah, no, that whole genre of bands is pretty tough because it's like, I feel like that's almost like the same thing as emo, where it's like you can't really define it. I mean, you could be like it's progressive math, rock, jazz, smooth sailing ahead metal, but like
Smooth sailing ahead metal.
yeah, you're blue.
The Zora tunic. I found it.
You did it.
She
Hell
is
yeah.
blue.
Now you can go fuck with that other place you were at.
Oh yes, that one. Yay.
Yeah. No.
Whoa. Wait.
Now it's literally just like
No, it's just like as if I'm on the ground or whatever.
yeah.
Well, isn't that epic? I think
And also it makes like your vision look better too.
wow. Dude, somebody got like really mad at like the first thumbnail for this series because you know the like the cursed like dude's face on the Metroid thing.
The person was me.
Well, like I was really like, I've been preparing for people to just be like, Jules, these thumbnails are really bad. You should stop. But like somebody was just like, I didn't like that you didn't use the right Samus suit for Metroid Prime.
That's what they're mad about.
I'm like, God damn it. Yeah, I was like, okay, sick.
That is amazing. Like the suit is the one that bothered.
Yeah, you could have used a better suit.
Oh yeah, I think I remember. Like, didn't they say it was like not a suit that was in the game or whatever?
Yeah, whatever. I mean,
How the hell are you supposed to know that?
exactly.
You're
I'm
playing the game for
the
the
one
first
making the
time.
thumbnails here, guys.
Yeah, blame me.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I am kind of leaving some of the thumbnails as a surprise for Jack.
Yeah, I literally see it like when it comes out. I'm just like, oh, that looks cool. Oh wait, that's my video.
Sick. Well, if you like it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I've literally just like, it's been chill. Like I've kind of, so I've been really kind of going deep on getting back into old speedruns and stuff that I haven't, you know, like Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 2, I picked back up, and I'm starting to brush off Banjo-Kazooie, and I'm pretty hyped because a lot of it's coming back to me really fast. I mean, I ran that game for a while, you know, so it would be sad if it was like starting from square one. But I feel like I was talking to Duck, who's going to be helping me, you know, get my feet back on the ground and teach me some of the like cool strats for Banjo-Kazooie. He was just like, yeah, you feel like you're gonna put more time into it and stuff, and I was thinking, I was just like, you know, honestly, like, I feel like I'm in a much better headspace than I was when I was.
You were gonna be like, honestly, no.
But yeah, honestly, like, I think he was like thinking I was gonna say that because like I was just like, things have been like like I was in a different headspace then, like, and so he like thought like, oh, like, do you think like, you know, you were like, you had more free time? And it's weird because like I'm making more content now, but I have more free time than when I made like one video every week. And I think a big part of it is just like how I've come to schedule myself. And a lot of like what I do is I make sure that I have like time off, which is something that I never did. Like I would always be like, all right, I hate feeling like I'm behind, so I'm going to use this time to catch up and like backlog videos so that I can have more time. And then what that ended up meaning is like I never took time off, and I would always be stressed out, you know, like.
Yeah.
So now lately I just kind of like, I finish my weekly video, and once it's done, I'm like, all right, cool, let's go chill, let's go vibe.
That's sick.
And because of that, like, yeah, I'm not like sitting here like thinking like, oh god, I gotta go downstairs, I gotta record, or like, oh no, like, what if something goes wrong, you know, like, because I'm always thinking about like, oh, like, you know, what if my computer explodes, which it does.
Yeah.
You know, like, and then like I can't get my video out, and obviously it's not a big deal, you know, because I'm not making like addresses to the state, like I'm making video game metal, you know, like.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's important to you to have that consistency for sure.
Yeah, But like, I feel like it's cool for this stuff too, because like I'm way more like level-headed and like, you know, I can like actually enjoy playing Metroid Prime, you know.
Yeah.
So like I feel like I'm also in a better place to make super cursed thumbnails, because, you know, like I'm just like a much happier and much goofier person now. It's just sick.
Yeah, that's awesome, man. I mean, you're definitely like. It seems like you're just like in a good content place right now.
All I needed was some rest.
Who would have thought?
Yeah, I know. All I needed is some good rest.
You would have thought that sleeping was good for you, dude.
Yeah. All right. So it looks like I've pretty much. Okay. There was I don't know, man. I have no idea. I don't know where I'm supposed to go.
Well, you know that you can hit up the ship, like the place that you were at.
Where was that?
That was way back in Talon Overworld. But there's also like, there's so much shit you could do. I mean, you can go vibe out in Chozo and like find shit to do.
Yeah, just like, it looks like I've squeezed this area for most of what it's worth here.
Well, you've been to all the rooms, yeah, for sure.
But there might be stuff that like in rooms that I haven't seen.
I mean, I'll just tell you, because like, yeah, I'm pretty sure like there's nothing else you can do here right now. Like, you'll definitely be back.
I like this song.
Yeah, isn't this song such a fucking bop? Dude?
Yeah, it's so cool.
Yeah.
It's like, it is really cool too, because like I feel like this is the first time you're really hearing like this kind of music, like really like rhythmic, like electronic.
Yeah, it makes it. I love how it does that, because it makes it feel like you're like progressing. You know.
Yeah.
It's gone from like, ooh, ambient. Now you're just like, fuck yeah, like
barbershop quartets.
Yeah, like, yeah, it's like now we're just like, you know what, I got health, like I'm fucking, this is my fucking planet now. You know? Like, I feel like that's the vibe it puts off. Like, it's no longer just like, you're gonna die.
Right.
That thing.
Yeah, that run.
Yeah.
I like that's a piano thing, but so Jack just brought up his hand as if it's like a guitar riff. He's like, yeah, that little run, and then it's like on a piano, but he's like.
I don't even want to know how many times I've played that part on guitars, considering I play Fandrena, like I play my cover of that like every stream, and it's just like that, like that's true, that's in it twice in the song, and it's just like downloaded into my brain, dude. Man, you must really love this room, dude.
Oh god, fucking damn it! I just went the highest I could because there's an elevator.
It's like,
oh my god, dude.
There's really like no reason for these rooms to be connected. Like, you never need to go back to that area.
Thank the Lord. Thank the Lord, Bowser.
Yeah. I mean, you have to go back to the area, but you don't need to go into that specific room, which is like the most cursed fucking room.
Why do these guys have so much health?
Yeah, they're assholes. That's another thing. I mean, later in the game, oh, there you go.
Yeah, that'll do it.
What else we got? Yeah, I would yeet myself out of here, and then
I'm trying to go up, because like there's that elevator.
Yeah. So yeah. I think it's right there.
That's the noises Samus makes. Just, hi, I'm Samus. Super sick.
Oh yeah, isn't it like, don't you get demonetized for saying the F word?
Do you? I don't fucking know. I say the fuck word in every video I ever put out on my second channel, and those are monetized.
Yeah. I mean, we're not even like, we have like, you know, we're not even close to the amount, which I'm sure we'll hit it at some point, but like,
dude, I remember I did that Megalovania doorbell video, and I was still not hitting it. Like, it's,
what?
Yeah.
It only takes like whatever. Oh, is it watch time? Is that why?
Dude, watch time's the biggest thing.
Oh, so right. So despite all the views, it's not like.
Yeah, I remember the big reckoning of partnered channels. It was like a really sad time for a lot of our friends, because like they made like actual partner like requirements, like based on like views and or subs and watch time. Yeah, so like I think it's like you need like 10,000 subscribers, and then like the watch time needs to be like 400 or 4,000 hours or whatever. Like total, like, so like the total amount of, like, it sounds like a lot at first, but then if you think about it, it sounds like not much.
The watch time has to be
like
it has to be watched by your loved ones, and they have to like it.
That's right.
That's the requirements.
No, like yeah, I wish, but I make that jump. Oof, God gamer.
Nice. Dude.
Ow.
Oh shit.
Oh, now we're getting
nice, dude. Nice. You're just freaking
feed.
Railing through it.
I'm railing. Yeah, like, so then everybody who was a partner who didn't meet those requirements lost partnership.
Oh god, that's so fucked up.
Yeah, like, yeah, it sucks. Like,
Yeah.
but like, it is a lot. Like, I think a lot of people who are partnered, and like, I think a lot of people are kind of, I'll play the game the right way. Like, a lot of people like who were partnered for a while, and then they, you know, they had that momentum and they kind of blew up around it. But I don't think they realized, like, 400, whatever the requirement is, I think it's 4,000 watch time hours, which that's literally like the total amount of hours that anybody has watched your videos has exceeded that much time, which is a lot. It's a ton. Like, you will hit 10,000 subscribers way before you hit 4,000 hours or whatever that requirement was.
Yeah.
Because I remember I hit that and I was like, all right, sweet, it's time to get partner. But then, like, the actual watch time took forever. Even with that Megalovania doorbell video, which is now at like 10 million views.
That's so sick.
It's fucking silly. But yeah, it's really hard now. Which, on one side, I'm glad that not literally everybody is a YouTube partner, but there are people who definitely deserve it that can't play the game that way. You know.
Yeah.
Like, what about channels that make videos that are like YouTube haikus? You know, like those really short videos, and they're like, you know, I guarantee you they probably have like millions of views, but because the videos are like 10 seconds long, like,
yeah,
it's way harder for them. So, I don't know, it sucks, but I wonder how many channels, like we're it's gonna be a while, I think, before this channel's partnered, and like, unless we like really pop off.
This
like,
one? Oh yeah.
Apparently tags don't mean anything anymore. I don't know if you, sorry, we're getting into the,
Everyone who's not a YouTuber is just like,
Well, like, I feel like you might think that, like, if you wanted to make a video, you just gotta tag it right, because then people would search for it. It's like,
yeah.
apparently now tags don't really mean much anymore, which sucks. It's fucked. Which I remember people were talking about, like, in the beginning, they're like, yeah, pretty soon tags are gonna mean nothing. And I'm like, that can't be right.
Yeah.
But no, it's now definitely a thing.
Well, you know, it's like when you have like those add-ons that like show, you can like see what people tag their videos as. And
Yeah.
shit. Like that's always been like back in the day, I would be like super just like, I gotta tag my video like so optimally, like da. And then I would go and see like a viral, like someone whose video's viral, just to be like, let's see what they tagged as so I can like learn from it. And the tags would just be like cool, fun,
boobs,
good, like video.
Yeah.
I'm just like, dude.
Imagine
okay.
tagging your video.
Yeah, like that's like literally what people would do, and I'm just like, okay, I don't think tags are really like the way that you do that, you know.
Yeah, it's so weird now. 'Cause it's
I mean, it's still good to have tags though, because like if people really specific, like for in our case, we do metal covers, so it's like if people really specifically search like, you know, Legend of Zelda, Song of Storms, like you're gonna get higher up there if you tag it right.
Well, it's almost more about what's in the description and the title, because that's where it's searching, and like, it's not about like, there's no YouTube audience. Like, the YouTube audience is now split between like multiple different sectors, you know, and it's all everything's curated, you know. So like, wow, I just shot the shit out of that wall. Like, so you know, it's why when you go to the homepage now you have like the tags above the top, and those aren't based off tags. I think they're just based off of like what's commonly, you know, like the whole like web of like people who watch the videos that you watched also watch this, and these have the same thing in the title and the description as this thing, and all that stuff. It's all like algorithmically.
It's all fucking lies.
It's all bullshit, man.
It's all bullshit.
I miss when it was fucking funnyjunk.com and you're done.
Don't listen to the fake algorithms.
The man.
Yeah, so we're gonna go into the Crash Frigate, which is another fucking awesome song.
Frigate.
Yeah, it's a James Bond frigate. Just
You know, that's Goldfinger, like that melody,
really?
No, that's you're singing "Damn." Frigate
No,
is
frigate is that. No, it's a yeah. That's what I say.
Oh yeah, well I guess same interval.
Yeah. Yeah, damn it.
Yeah, right. But like
yeah, Goldfinger has that tritone.
Goldfinger, like that thing or whatever.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, I'm sure that was Grant. Grant's a piece
Are
of
you
shit.
like a James Bond nerd, like the
Yeah,
movies and stuff?
I've seen every movie.
Yeah, dude. What's like some of your favorite James Bond movies?
Well, GoldenEye is the best movie by far.
Yeah, GoldenEye is the shit.
Yeah,
dude.
that movie was so good. That was unfortunately the only good Pierce Brosnan film. Like I felt like
I don't know if I agree. I think there's some good ones.
Tomorrow Never Dies was okay, and then everything else after that was...
World is Not Enough is pretty sick.
That one's controversial. So what was cool about World is Not Enough? Okay, you've activated my nerd card, but
Yeah,
so they make references to every single James Bond film in that. So you have in the beginning like the diamonds and stuff. Like,
oh god, you really want me to dig through my memory of this whole movie?
you brought up James Bond.
Oh god, I know, dude. Oh, that's cool. Okay,
No,
the diamonds, gotcha.
The diamonds in the beginning are like,
Right. Oh, yeah,
it's
and
like
then
diamonds
the-
are not enough and stuff. It's just like, it goes deep, man. And like,
I didn't know that was that crazy.
The big like space laser in that movie was
Right,
a reference to GoldenEye. Yeah, like everything
Oh,
like.
Space Laser. Okay.
So like yeah, I don't know. That movie it did some cool stuff, but the plot of it was really convoluted, and that was the one with the like ice palace and stuff.
Well, like that, it's definitely like I don't know. It's like it's definitely not the most edge of your seat James Bond movie because like you totally know in the first 10 seconds that fucking Elektra is evil as shit.
Yeah.
Like you're just like, okay, this chick that's like super hot wearing all black, like that gets seen like right in the middle, right at the beginning of the movie. It's like, yeah, right. Like she's not the fucking villain. Like give me a break.
There is some critiques that I think aren't really warranted, because that's the one too where he gets captured like immediately, right? Like, and then he gets like tortured or whatever.
James Bond?
Yeah.
Yeah, I totally forgot like the subtleties of the story, but
Again, I'm sorry. Like,
No,
I try to
cool.
hold back my James Bond nerd.
no, I didn't know you like fucked with it. That
I'm like,
much.
yeah, that movie sucks. Remember that time at
Yeah.
timestamp set?
Yeah, so on my 37th run through of that video, I noticed
Yeah.
there's a Starbucks cup on
Yep.
the table. Yeah, dude.
Yeah, it's so a lot of people are like, James Bond would never get captured or like whatever. It's like kind of like the whole plot of that movie is like James Bond would have done this like if he was James Bond and not.
Right. Yeah. Fair enough.
You know, and I kind of get it, but at the same time, it's just like, well, like, I think it also makes him a little bit more believable, which maybe that's not why you're watching it, you know? Oh, yeah. Walking through doors is a thing. You know what I mean? Like, maybe you want him to be this just, like, unbelievable action hero, which that's fair, you know? But
Yeah.
I guess it's just like, what do you want out of James Bond? Because for a lot of what James Bond stands for does not work anymore, you know? Like, for...
Oh god. Yeah. I mean, dude, that's definitely like some hella
like
fucking
some of the
misogynist
yeah,
shit, dude.
like some of the womanizing stuff.
Literally, like, yeah, dude, that shit is. But it's like, I mean, the reason I can tolerate watching it is just because it's so obviously just supposed to be ridiculous. You know, I think it like, I mean, maybe not like the really old ones. Like some of the old ones are just like, are you for real, Sean Connery?
Yeah,
like,
where he
you
like
know,
slaps a woman
Yeah,
and then they
dude.
add like the post sound effect where it's like,
yeah, and she's just like, oh yeah, it's just like, it's just like, okay, dude.
clip it and just like, I just like that series of just like, like stupidly like wet like
Yeah.
slap sound and oh yes,
It's just like, okay, bro.
no woman.
Dude, I literally was like watching that like, you know, last year or something. 'Cause I was like, it was on Netflix and I was like binging all these James Bond movies and I was like every like 10 minutes and like some of those Sean Connery ones, I'm just like, are you fucking kidding me with this? Like this is like, we've come such a long way.
Yeah. Well, we came such a long way even quickly after that. I mean, Roger Moore was, you know, the next James Bond.
Yeah,
Well, actually,
he wasn't amazing either.
Well, I think
The problem with the Roger Moore ones is that he's like freaking like 80 years old, you know what I mean?
not really. No, he was young in the early ones. Like especially like Moonraker, like he was pretty like
Yeah.
like I mean more than Sean Connery, like especially in like
That's true.
Diamonds Are Not Enough. Like he was old, like because they went back to Sean Connery,
Right.
which was really weird.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
But I can't remember if it was. I think if I recall correctly, they went Sean Connery and then went to Roger Moore, then
You have to shoot those with the wave beam, by the way.
briefly George Lazenby, which nobody remembers George Lazenby because he only did one. He did Majesty's Secret Service.
Oh, right.
Yeah, that's that one. So, little known fact, George Lazenby stopped being James Bond because this was during the 70s when it was like the free love movement.
Yeah.
And George Lazenby was like very openly about like, he like grew out his hair and his beard and he was like free love.
So
and
not
shit.
James Bond.
Yeah, and so like the creators of James Bond were not
really
happy
like they wouldn't just. Well, I mean, no. Like I'm saying, like he wouldn't just not grow his hair out. Like he was like, I don't want this like whatever millions of dollars acting job because I need to grow a beard.
No, he would have. He probably would have cut his hair. He would have cut his beard for the role, but
they just didn't want to cast him.
Yeah. So, and it's pretty well known that the people at the head of the James Bond film franchise are like not fucking super chill people. Like it's been kind of
really?
Yeah, it's been kind of a weird empire.
Are they like the fucking characters that James Bond plays? They're just like super like
God, I can't remember who it is. But like it is like there was like a very big power struggle between like the producers and like the people who like own the rights to the and like the God damn
I'm sure with how well those movies do, it's like you probably get some egos going on and stuff.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I can't remember specifically, but yeah, there's a lot of lore with James Bond. James Bond's really interesting, and I think James Bond's cool because it's so iconic, and it's you watch kind of the birth and the death of like, and the adaptation of an entire genre of action hero. Like who's a bigger action hero than James Bond? Like, everything is based off him.
Yeah. Freaking like all the Mission Impossibles shit.
Oh yeah,
like I love Mission Impossible.
Yeah, do you think Ethan Hunt would exist?
Hell
like,
no.
I mean,
Mission
maybe.
Impossible is fucking cool though too, man. I watched the first Mission Impossible like after I was watching all these James Bond videos because that's like the progression,
Yeah.
And I was just like, damn, these movies are like sick because they're so like. You have to like really think when you watch those ones. Whereas James Bond is kind of just like, let's just like freaking
gun goes brr.
Yeah, gun goes brr. Like girls go like that's literally like James Bond movies. But
well, I guess I could have done that without the visor. But
yeah, and like Mission Impossible is just like it's like everyone knows that like in scene 3, like on your first watch through, it's just it was the waiter from the corner of the screen and like that one scene. You're just like of course.
They didn't really do that with the second one because that was a
that was I think that was a big complaint with the first one was that it was just so like intensely like you had to really like there's no way like you could watch the first one on your first watch through like
and then pick up on everything
and then get the twist at the end. Like it's the twist at the end is just like
spoilers. No, yeah.
I mean, I'm not gonna say it. No, I'm not gonna say
it. You should
spoiler.
say it, dude. It's fucking that movie's been out for like 20, 30 years.
I mean, I can't even tell you because it's so confusing. Like, I just know that like some dude who's like supposed to be dead comes back, and it's just like, oh.
Yeah, like the biggest thing with that movie was that like people could wear each other's faces essentially.
That was Mission Impossible. Oh no, was that that was the first one too, right?
Well, they did it in all of them.
Yeah,
that's something that's
like
done.
that's the most like genius plot armor that you can do. I think you're going backwards.
Yeah, I'm going backwards.
That's like the most easiest way to tell a story like with a twist. It's just like it's not really me.
I wore the face of the. What did I watch recently? That was. Oh yeah, well that's a very new TV show that I won't. Anyway, yeah, that would be a huge spoiler for a show that I've watched recently that I don't wanna give away. But
Mr. Rogers.
Yeah, Sesame Street. So
yeah,
the thing with Mission Impossible 1 was the twist was that his like so they were on like this like the Impossible Mission Force IMF and like his like main guy like they're trying to figure out who the rat is because like and the rat ends up being like the guy who died like one of the guys because like everyone fucking died in that first mission but the guy who died the guy who was the rat and like caused everyone to die was like their like leader. So that was the twist. It was like the older guy.
Yeah.
And then at the end, like I guess he suspects that like the girl that he's with like is in, cahoots with the guy. Yeah. So then Ethan Hunt wears the mask of the dead guy.
Right.
Who she should have known was dead and should have been like, oh my God, like, how are you not alive? But she's just like, yo, he's on to us, or like, I can't remember the scene specifically, but then he's just like,
you gotta find some more to put on the thermal visor or whatever.
Oh, fuck, I thought I had them all.
I think there might be one like literally right here.
Oh, fuck. Damn it.
I think that was the last one, yeah.